This is a story of a young wanderer named Aiko, who, burdened by unanswered questions and a restless heart, embarks on a journey along a mystical path known only to a few, the path of the sun. Drawn by tales of its endless light and whispered promises of enlightenment, Aiko ventures into the wilderness, hoping to find the peace that eluded her in the busy cities. What she discovers along the way, however, is more profound than she could have imagined. A simple but powerful truth about light, warmth, and the choice to shine, no matter what shadows may surround us. If you enjoy listening to philosophical stories, Zen teachings, and parables, please subscribe to the channel and like the video. I still remember the day I found myself standing at the beginning of the path of the sun. It was a journey I had heard whispers about in countless towns and villages, a place that people claimed would reveal profound wisdom to those who were truly seeking it. I'd wandered through so many places already, the loud markets, the solemn temples, even the grand palaces of distant kings, hoping to find answers. But all I had come away with was more doubt and a heavier heart. The path stretched before me, winding through a wilderness where the mountains seemed to touch the sky, and the river sang softly to the valleys below. I could feel a strange warmth as I looked ahead, as if the sun itself was waiting to guide me. They said that this path was special, blessed by the sun and never shadowed, no matter the time of day. It sounded impossible, yet as I took my first step onto it, I felt a sense of peace, a quiet reassurance that maybe, just maybe, I was in the right place. As I walked, I felt the world around me transform. The air was clear and bright, and every part of the path seemed bathed in a gentle warmth that reached beyond the physical, as if it was touching something deeper within me. With each step, I could feel the questions that had weighed on my heart beginning to lift, almost like burdens being unfastened from my shoulders. My usual thoughts, which churned endlessly in my mind, became softer, quieter, like waves retreating after a storm. The beauty of the path was unlike anything I had ever seen. Every leaf glowed with an inner light. Every stone seemed to hold a memory of the sun's touch, and even the shadows, when they appeared, were soft and fleeting. It was as if the sun itself had chosen this place to demonstrate its wisdom, not just in brightness, but in calmness and acceptance. I started to understand that the sun's light didn't choose where it fell. It gave warmth to everything in its reach. Each plant, each creature, each stone. I kept walking, thinking about this simple truth. The sun didn't withhold its light from anyone or anything, no matter how dark or small. It didn't pause to judge whether something was worthy of its warmth. It just gave, endlessly, without hesitation. I felt humbled by this realization, something so simple, yet so profound. The sun was a teacher, an example of true generosity and presence. The deeper I walked along the path of the sun, the clearer my mind became. I thought about the journey that had led me here, the times I had felt hurt, lost, or burdened by doubt. I remembered moments of anger, times when I had judged others or withheld kindness, holding myself back out of fear or resentment. I began to understand that this was the weight I had been carrying, a weight that wasn't placed on me by others, but by my own choices, my own hesitations. The path seemed to sense my growing awareness, drawing me further into its warm embrace. I realized that the sun's journey across the sky was a constant, unwavering movement, a reminder to keep going, to keep giving light no matter what shadows might appear along the way. I could feel something shift within me, a quiet but powerful resolve settling into my heart. I didn't have to be a slave to my doubts or fears. I could choose to be like the sun. I could choose to bring light, to give warmth, regardless of what I encountered on my path. As this thought grew, I felt lighter, as though a weight had been lifted from my soul. I felt my steps grow more certain, not because I suddenly had all the answers, but because I had found something deeper, a sense of purpose, a commitment to be a source of light and kindness, even in the face of darkness. I understood now that true enlightenment wasn't about banishing all shadows or obstacles from my life, but about deciding to shine, to bring warmth and compassion into every situation I encountered. With this new understanding, I felt my journey take on a different meaning. I was no longer a lost wanderer, searching outside myself for answers that never seemed to satisfy. Instead, I became a seeker of light within myself. Each step on the path of the sun was a reminder to embrace this light, to nurture it, and to share it with others, just as the sun does each day. Finally, as I neared the end of the path, I looked back, feeling a deep sense of gratitude. I knew I wasn't leaving with the certainty of someone who had found all the answers, but with something far more valuable, a choice to live like the sun, to embrace the lessons of warmth and light that it had given me. The path of the sun had taught me that positivity wasn't a destination or an end goal. It was a way of being, a way of moving through the world. As I turned to face the horizon, the sun dipping low over the mountains, I felt at peace, not because my questions had vanished, but because I no longer feared them. The sun's lesson was simple, yet profound, to keep shining, regardless of the shadows that life might cast, and to trust that light and warmth would always guide me forward. The path may end, but the journey of embodying the sun's wisdom was just beginning.